only thing that they grow. Hell no. Idaho, Idaho, Idaho. Potatoes ain't the only thing that they grow.
What are the primary rock types in this geological province, and how did they form? The primary rock types in the Owyhee Volcanics is rhyolite lava flows. The rhyolite lava flows formed by ignimbrite eruptions around 16 million years ago. These lava flows were caused by high temperature, high pressure eruptions that are unique to only the Owyhee Volcanics. Rhyolite. Rhyolite is an igneous, volcanic rock of felsic composition. The texture can be glassy to aphanitic to porphyritic. The rhyolite is the primary rock type of the Owyhee Volcanics. The lava flows were produced by the Snake River Plain hotspot, as it sat under southwest Idaho in Middle Miocene time. For much of this region, basalt lava flows covers the rhyolite that has been formed. In these photos, basalt columns are visible on the left and pillow basalt is visible on the right. Basalt. Basalt is an extrusive igneous rock. Basalt is formed by the rapid cooling of basaltic lava flows. Basalt was formed in the Owyhee area by lava flows that occurred after that of the rhyolite. Thus they are placed on top of the rhyolite. The margins of the Owyhee Plateau expose Miocene lake and fluvial sediments, and basalt flows deposited in Lake Idaho and its margins. Along the Snake River are quaternary fluvial sediments and basalt lava flows. These fluvial sediments and basalt flows can be seen on the side of the Owyhee River canyons. These sediments, basalt flows, and rhyolite flows can be seen in layers on the canyon walls. What are the primary ages of the rocks in this geological province, and what are those ages based upon? The primary ages of the rocks in the province are of the Pliocene and Upper Miocene eras. The ages are based upon the hotspot origin model of the Snake River Plain. A portion of Owyhee is also home to Cretaceous extrusive granite.
The China Hat Dome is a geologically young landmark. It is 1,000 feet high and 1.4 miles long. It formed from small rhyolite eruptions 57,000 years ago. The lava was so viscous it could not travel far from eruption, thus causing the cone. It accumulated in a big pile. It is very good for geothermal energy due to the fact that it is such a young volcano. Shoshone Falls. Shoshone Falls is 6 million years old. The flow is at least 600 thick feet. Rhyolite is very hard and resistant to erosion, thus causing the Shoshone Falls to remain the same ever since the Bonneville flood about 175,000 years ago. The Snake River flows over Shoshone Falls. Some people call it the Niagara Falls of the West. Finally, we have the balanced rock rhyolite. It is 8 million years old. It was formed with a balanced rock flow. It is on the Snake River Plain and Owyhee Plateau. It is older than the basalt flows. It oozed out of earth compared to erupting explosively because it is very viscous. It may be hundreds of feet thick.
The history of the Owyhees is linked to mining and the discovery of gold. Silver City, the ghost town of today, was at one point in history a large town and governmental seat of Owyhee County, which itself was once the most populous county and now is the least populated in the state. A man named Michael Jordan led a party of 29 prospectors from the Boise Basin through the Owyhees, looking for gold. Once the precious metal was found in 1863 along the Jordan Creek, people flocked to the area. Silver City was officially founded in 1864. In 1865, the Poor Man vein was discovered, which is thought to be one of the richest single veins discovered. Hundreds of mines would be established throughout the Owyhee County area, and towns like Delamar, Boonville, and Ruby City were also established. The populace of Silver City became so consumed with the prospect of wealth and opportunity that the town turned to violence, so much chaos in fact that federal troops had to be called in to squash the problem. This initial rush was successful until 1875, when the Bank of California collapsed and shut down the mines, who were primarily around War Eagle Mountain. New discoveries in the 1880s and 1890s on Florida Mountain brought about a second mining boom in the area, which lasted until the 1920s. When it was all said and done, roughly $60 million worth of gold and silver were extracted from the mines. But in today's prices, this would equate to about $1,530,000,000. The Owyhees are a spectacular and magical place. The geologic history has carved an amazing and breathtaking landscape that has attracted river rafters, ranchers, kayakers, hikers, fishermen, hunters, and campers alike. Water is extremely important in the Owyhees. It is a vital natural resource, not just a recreational resource. Groundwater is the primary source for human consumption in the area, and is also used for irrigational purposes. Another use for water comes in the form of geothermal hot springs. Because of the geologic history of this area, there are still magma-filled dikes and sills which heats water that escapes to the surface. These hot springs can be found throughout the Owyhees, particularly along the rivers. This also allows for the residents to harness geothermal energy to heat and cool their residences and businesses. Geothermal energy is a clean and sustainable energy that is used quite often in Idaho. For example, Boise State University, the Capitol building, and much of downtown Boise uses geothermal energy. The two most common hazards seen in this area is drought and rock slides. The steep slopes of the canyonlands and hillsides are prone to rock slides due to faulting and folding occurring in the area.